This week on In Gear, in a world exclusive, In Gear chats to President of Lamborghini, STEPHAN Winkelmann, at the launch of the Aventador LP700-4 Roadster in character. Then we're back at the Capri circuit in Malacca, but this time we find out more about an interesting program to develop the next generation of racing champions. Following that, Cherish tempts the gamers out there with some fancy kit for your PlayStation racing pleasure. And finally, we enjoy the classics at the Asia Classica 2012. Enjoy! Now, when you marry the words exquisite, exclusive and exotic and automobile, very few brands come to mind, but one that would definitely be on top of everybody's list is Lamborghini. Now, we are here in Singapore for a very exclusive world preview of the brand new V12 mid-engined Roadster in the Lamborghini stables. Now, it's like Christmas coming early because not only are we looking at a new car, but the unveiling is done by a very special man, the very president of Lamborghini Automobili SPA Italy, Mr. STEPHAN Winkelmann. The new car that we're talking about is the much anticipated replacement for the aging Murcielago Roadster, the mighty Aventador LP700-4 Roadster. The launch took place at the Lamborghini showroom in Singapore and was attended by several Santa Agata bigwigs, including Senor Winkelmann himself. This is the first time the Roadster has been unveiled anywhere in the world, so we jumped at the chance of getting Mr. Winkelmann to talk about this new engineering marvel.
First of all, congratulations on your fantastic new car.
Thank you.
What's the philosophy behind a global media launch here in Southeast Asia?
But you know, we were in Shanghai because we had a race event of our race championship, the Super Trofeo, which was the last race of the season. And it happened to be that today is the press release worldwide.
Your car is clearly sharper than before, and it is robustly different compared to your competitors out there. So how would you describe the gentleman or the lady that is the prospective buyer of this current car?
It's usually male, self-made men, love super sports cars, made in Italy. And if you drive a car like this, it's usually a dream which is coming from the childhood. And if I give, let's say, a stereotype profile, then we have more of the self-made men than from the corporate types. This is just a matter of fact.
Now, is there a particular profile for the Asian men?
Yes, he is usually younger than the rest of the world. Younger than in Europe and younger than in the US.
Right, I see. What would be some of the achievements that Lamborghini is proudest of the most with this car?
I think that that in terms of performance, in terms of design, and in terms of easiness of disassembling and assembling the roof, we made a huge step forward in comparison to the Murcielago. So now it's really a car which is very comparable in terms of the experience of a coupe.
Mm-hmm. Now this is a little bit of a very trivial information about Malaysians, but Malaysians seem to think that it is sort of like taboo to own a soft top car or any car where you can take the top down in Malaysia simply because it rains so much. And yet here you have a fantastic machine. What would you say to the prospective buyer who has such concerns?
But we have also a coupe, first of all, and we know that the degree of, let's say, penetration between coupe and Roadster is lower in Asia than in other countries. But we think that with this Roadster, with this car, let's say the time to assemble and disassemble is very fast, and you can put the roof in the trunk. So I would say that you have, let's say, all the opportunities to drive with an open top if the weather is fine and not too warm, and you are quick in re-putting the roof on top of it if it starts to rain. So there are, let's say, the opportunities to enjoy both sides, the coupe side and the open version.
How would you describe this car as being special, or rather more special compared to any of your other competitors out there? How do you put this forward?
We speak for ourselves. We don't make big comparisons. What I can say is that this car is, from the design, really recognizable. With the dark roof, you immediately see that it's a Roadster, and this is, I think, very distinctive. And it has a new design which is specifically done for the Roadster. So this also is something which is leading us to a larger differentiations, which we like. And yeah, a Lamborghini is always a Lamborghini, and we always will recognize that this is not a different car. And this is one of the things the designers have to achieve.
Right, and when can we anticipate it to hit the roads?
But we will deliver the first cars in late spring, early summer this year.
Now, cars don't get much more exotic than Lamborghinis, and as I always say, a Lamborghini is always going to be a Lamborghini. Now, this particular car, the Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4 Roadster, will be hitting the roads in Malaysia by mid-next year. So are we expecting much fanfare? It's a Lamborghini without a roof, and it's got a V12 engine. It doesn't get much more drama than that. And don't forget, this is a world exclusive, and you saw it here on In Gear First.